You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
All right, let's look through the display of books.
Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family.
Hats are basically brain gloves. Skate rat.
Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Oh God, no. Sure thing.
You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid...
These are not as catchy as the book titles that we had in Locomotive.
A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the Murder House. The Final Case of Dick Mullen. An obvious lie. Dick
Say narrating game's literal perfection. Oh my God, I could listen to this. It's like someone's pouring caramel into my ears.
Dick Mullen's Funeral Pyre. The Murder of Dick Mullen.
Dick Mullen dies?
Oh no. Turns out he faked it to solve a case.
Are there any more?
Yes. There's also The Dame Who Did It. Farewell, My Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer. After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
Reaction speed. Medium 10. Who is Dick Mullen?
Your attempt to grasp at the answer fails. It seems very close by, pulsating just out of reach.
Hey, Game, thanks for the spoilers about Dick Mullen. And sorry that everyone's getting moderation flagged. Don't, just say Mullen from now on. Or DeMullen or something. Dirk Mullen. I think I missed the dialogue there. Picture book.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
Storekeep, anything of note in this shelf?
I would say... The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
Innocentic power? Who or what is an innocence?
A very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education.
I don't know that I do, but sure.
The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
I thought it was about which of these innocences is the coolest and greatest.
Perhaps for a layman, deep analysis is necessary to peel back the multi-layered meanings.
Do her words seem vague and abstract to you?
So you recommend it?
Certainly. It's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
You feel like you should get this one? Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
Well, I'm short 50 cents, but okay, I'll see what I can do.
Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook.
What's it about?
High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover. Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called The Anti-Star. He's famous.
The
for shooting
Anti-Star is an
into
excellent name.
one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other.
What? That is very Spider Robinson or Spider Jerusalem.
Next to that, Revacholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
But I'm a cop.
I must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse, though, but not too long.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
All right, we need more money. What's this?
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
All right, let's look at this.
This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme.
What else?
Ozon, Laurentide, Fas à la Mer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white, disintegrating into mathematics. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou in a bookstore. It's you.
I can see myself on the map. This is the Marauders map? Squint first. Can you see cities on the islands?
You can. On Caillou, Revachol, a single black star. On Ozon, Fondelier, and Vilmandu. On Archipelagos, Croyan,
Yeah, tons of world building.
Villiers. On Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas. Lost little pearls of light, tiny fires in the dark. 850 million people live on these little dots.
Wow.
An oceanic world of culture and commerce torn apart by history.
Look at the edges.
The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Mwindi is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seo is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called. Connections to other worlds. Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea what they are.
Oh, I
Distance-
failed an encyclopedia. 17!
But looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away. Perhaps they are gods, gods of distance and outer dust.
Those are insanely hard checks. We are going to be wrapping up the stream soon. I'm just going to go through the rest of these little maps over here, and then we'll call it there. Our next live stream is scheduled for Monday. We are going to be playing more of this. Do make sure you're subscribed on YubTubs or follow on Twitch, so you theoretically get a notification when we go live again, although they don't always work. And of course, if you become a member on YouTube or a subscriber on Twitch, then you'll also gain access to the Discord, where we talk about dumb things all the time and have a great
I hope
time.
you enjoy the game, Quill. All the best and Happy New Year.
Nordwars, thank you very much. Much appreciated. I'm definitely going to have a little beverage after playing this game here today, and I'll take a little withdrawal from the Whiskey and Chocolate Fund. Thank you very much. All right, let's look at the map of Revachol.
The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges
Esperance
put
means
the
hope.
shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the
The Delta means the Delta.
teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin,
The garden?
Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East.
And west of the river?
Houdon, it's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst.
Everything sucks. And Martinez?
It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is. North of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Rivershell Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest.
Hey, Carla, I did play a little bit on, I think on a previous stream, Balatro. I played some on my own, but ages ago. Balatro's getting a lot of attention now because it's gotten like a million game of the year and stuff like that, which is definitely well-deserved, for sure. I kind of got burnt out on it a little bit after I felt like I sort of like kind of figured out the game, kind of cracked it at some point. I can't remember. I've got some number of hours in it. I don't have a strong desire to play it again currently, but we probably should. Yeah, I got 33 hours into it. But yeah, it's a very satisfying game. Really good.
No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
Yeah, Charlie, I only tried it the one time on stream/video. Not much. Whiskey and chocolate. Hey!
Very glad I caught this stream. Loving this game so far.
It's really good. It's really good. And what kills me is it's quite clear from the people who have played it before that this game has a shocking amount of replayability. Part of me is like, if I started, after the stream ends in a few minutes, if I started another run with wildly different stats and just did the same things I'm doing now, would that be okay? But I'd be worried about like maybe discovering something that would be spoilery in the main run, so I won't. But it's tempting. It's that enticing as is. All right, let's look at the map of Martinez.
It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbour, even the whirling in rags there.
Storekeep, can I buy these maps?
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them.
I mean, that is accurate. We can't afford for shit.
They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Why is the one of Martinez so cheap?
That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
The place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it?
What happened then?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
We don't have much money, and I want to buy that other book, but this is the first thing we've had the ability to buy as is. I want it.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
I'm hoping it reveals more things on
You've
the
acquired an
game screen.
interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Okay. Interact. A worn and torn map of Martinez area dating from 48. Title at the top reads, Bienvenue à Rivershell. It's a bit out of date as it was originally created by a design studio in a failed attempt to spruce up Martinez and turn it into a fancy tourist location.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides
Planescape
on
Torment
the
would be
upper
good.
right corner.
Trace a path through the grid.
Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North, finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
Thanks, game. So I wonder if this wasn't available before. Is this making note of challenges I've seen but didn't succeed at. Or haven't finished, because I haven't even tried the policeman's cloak. That's really handy. These are found, oh, right here. These are found white checks. Those on white are available for you to try now. Okay, so the policeman's cloak and the wall map, which is the steal a map, are currently available, but both tough. Okay. Wow. Okay, there's a couple more things here, but we're just after 4. We're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna be playing more of this on Monday, as I said. Abso-freaking-lutely. These 2 things I want to check out in this bookstore. I mean, here's the thing. Like, well, actually, it turns out there's more, apparently, gameplay from interacting with these things. There's some things to buy and some information. We found this map that unlocked a little feature. I really wasn't expecting much more than just backstory and info over here, but it's still so compelling in this game. I'm really, really enjoying it. I haven't quite figured out who my character is yet. I don't think I've got a skill point, right? There's no level up available. No. Okay. I'm still worried that putting the few ranks in Shivers over here isn't really going to lead to unlocking much, but I still want to anyway because it's quite interesting. Although, part of me is like, I can see now, if we were just like, power into one category to see all the unlocks from that, it almost is like, now we're talking about like 20 different playthroughs for each attempt at doing this. Wow, let the body take control, threaten people. Wow, and composure, or interface here for the stealing. Savoir fire. We've had lots of reaction speed checks. I can see how a Motorix is actually something that comes up quite often. Ah, what a wonderful game. Really enjoy it. Really enjoy it. Maybe save Shivers for a second run isn't a bad idea. Since I'm not sure that going up to 4 makes a big difference, it might be worth mostly just investing in the things we're a little bit better at. I do wonder about a little bit more suggestion, because that comes up. Volitions come up quite a few times as well. Yeah, speed of call comes out really handy. Authority is kind of weird because he's a little bit of a jerk. I like the empathy. I don't know. Honestly, I'm just wondering if we go and max out Inland Empire as our first thing, because there's some weird shit that develops with this, and some non-weird shit as well. But it seems there's really good exposition from it, so that may be the thing. I don't know, but we'll find out. For now, over on Twitch, we're going to go ahead and raid A Kiss for Luck. She's doing a very special Minecraft stream today, so we're going to raid her, give her some love, and I will see you on Monday for more Disco Elysium. Thank you very much. Bye, everyone.